So I think we're getting close. Oh no, that's a Blackwall quest. What's this? Special shipments. Oh, Cullen. What does Cullen want? Let me see if I can go figure that out. He's up there somewhere? Can I get to him from here? Let's see. Oh, no, this is kind of a dead end or something. Can I go out and around? Is that him up there? Hang on, let me look, let me look at my map here. Okay, so he's ahead and to my left, so then he's over there, so I probably need to try and go this way.
Someone emptied a whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, Maker, the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
Who the heck is this guy?
Hello, Inquisitor. Honored Inquisitor. Godsey Sturhall. Did my part on the walls. Now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know its worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
What are these tiles?
Any ideas about the origins of these reliefs?
Tevinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars?
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Can you interpret them?
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what. You finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Goodbye.
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
So he must be some kind of like a side quest gateway. Alright, Varric. What's up, Varric? Oh, crap. Just got my hands on my sandwich. I thought it was going to auto-talk for a while.
No more secrets.
All right, is there anything else you've been hiding that I should know?
You want to hear about my childhood? Maybe what I had for breakfast? I told you what I knew when it became important.
Yes, but you knew about Corypheus.
You could have told us about Corypheus sooner.
I found out he was involved at exactly the same time you did. Until he showed up at Haven, I thought he was dead. Nothing we saw at the summit made me think he'd been there. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
Alright. Oh, still there. Any more?
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
Well, I beat him well, I suppose you were there.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
Everything dies. At my hand.
Nothing is unkillable.
I'm not so sure about that. Do the things in the Fade really die? Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
It doesn't matter. What matters is we find a way to kill him.
Forget the past. It makes no difference what Corypheus is or how he got loose. We're putting an end to him.
I wish I had your confidence. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Okay. Still there. Any more?
I need to have a few words with my publisher. The first one will be you, and the second one will be Bastard. They've claimed for years my crime serials don't sell in Orlais. So why is the Council of Heralds asking me for autographs? Sorry, distracted. Anyway, you need something?
Never mind.
Carry on.
Alright.
Ah, Solas.
So much room for whatever was here.
There are spirits hovering by the veil to observe the thrones of powerful nations. Machinations, betrayals. After our time in Halam Shirao, I understand why. I had forgotten how I missed court intrigue.
See, he's at machinations. Anyway.
Well, you can take care of the rest of it as far as I'm concerned.
If I go the rest of my life without ever dealing with the great game again, I will die happy.
Sadly, as the Inquisitor, it is unlikely you will live without further courtly machinations. Unless the rest of your life is very short. In which case, I doubt you will die happy. In any event, Gaspar should be a steadfast ally. Briala will keep him in check, and look after the elves.
Well, the elves better be useful.
The Inquisition needs help wherever it can find it. Your people had better come through for us.
My people? Oh, you mean elves? I'm sorry, I was confused. I do not consider myself to have much in common with the elves.
Well, who then?
Who do you have much in common with? Who are your people?
A good question. I joined the Inquisition to save the world. Regardless of who my people are, this was the best way to help them. As for the elves of Orlais, I believe Briala is doing quite well on their behalf. She is an admirable woman.
You really think so?
So you don't have anything in common with elves, but you admire her for fighting for them.
I admire many people whose interests I do not share. She organized resistance against a powerful enemy, using only her wits and the resources at hand. That demands respect, especially in a world where most would look at her and only see a pair of pointed ears.
Okay. Not exactly a cutscene. I'm wondering if there might still be something along those lines with Solas.
Inquisitor.
Okay, let's dig into him a little bit. Because he becomes a big part of the end of this game.
I want to know more about who you really are.
I'd like to know more about you, Solas.
All right. What can I tell you?
Why do you study the Fade?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Didn't that put you in danger?
Spirits try to tempt you.
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
And yet at some point you woke up?
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, The Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
And is that why you're here?
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If Corypheus destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Well, I hope that it proves useful to you, and therefore you prove useful to me.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
All right, well, goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
All right. I'll try him one more time.
Inquisitor.
Never mind.
All right.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, I was trying to go this way, right, to get to Cullen. And then I think we'll be about ready to get back into the main quest, unless there's some companions I've missed.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in Fall Redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
Yes, but perhaps we can use it.
If it's as powerful as you say, can we turn it to our own use?
Maker, not without abandoning sense and sanity. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
So what's your plan?
Where do we begin?
Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
All right. So probably... Oh yeah, it looks like a side quest that I've opened up. All right, anything more?
As leader of the Inquisition, there's something I must tell you.
Out with it!
All right.
Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped.
When I joined the Inquisition, it's been months now.
Why did you do that?
Why are you doing this?
After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
If your ability to lead is compromised, you should take more red lyrium. Are you not somehow diminished by this course of action?
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Well, as long as you can do your job as expected, I don't care.
You seem to have this well in hand.
I thought you had a right to know. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
All right. Anything else?
I'd be perfectly happy never again setting foot in the Winter Palace. It wasn't the gossip and backstabbing, I know what the game entails. The indifference to it all.
Well, we got what we needed, and it's over.
We ended the stalemate. That's what matters.
In the Winter Palace, the clerics in Val Royeaux were still arguing over who should be divine. Chantry politics may involve less spectacle, but they're just as heated. Gaspard rules a country. The divine influences half a continent.
That will be all.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, Leliana I should talk to. Dorian I should talk to. I've talked to Vivienne. Oh, but she's changed locations, so maybe I should check in with her. Alright, so we got still... Oh, and there's Morrigan. Okay, so definitely some more conversations to be had. Oops. I need to go rinse off my hands, though. I got something a little sticky on my hands from lunch. Just 30 seconds. Okay, so... Solas. So I must have to change floors or something to get to these other folks. Ah, there's Dorian.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
You're speaking too energetically for me. Frankly, when you open your mouth, it's a whole lot of fluff and nothing of substance.
I was waiting for you to say something worth listening to.
If I did that, we'd be here all day.
There are things worse than silence.
You've clearly never been to the Magisterium's archive. That silence will eat you alive. I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely. In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are. One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
They say the Chantry is lying.
Who does the Imperium say started the Blight?
You know how it is. Not us. They say Darkspawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's Darkspawn, what other explanation is there?
You were fooled.
Clearly the Imperium has no idea.
The Imperium is a land of lies built upon secrets, built upon falsehoods. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere. But no. It was us all along. We destroyed the world.
Now, why are you whining about it?
So you'll just stand here and whine about it then?
I know. Maybe I'll personally go south and stop Alexius before his plan succeeds. Wait! I already did that! No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
I don't need their thanks. I need their fealty. I need them bowing and weeping tears of joy before me that they might serve their dark emperor Elderast. That is the future that I foresee.
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world. Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
It's but a first small step.
Alright, anything more?
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. An empress dead, an emperor under your spell, and that elven harpy eating out of your hand. If she doesn't bite it off. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
Don't be ridiculous. I can't stand those things. And you shouldn't either if you care about anything worthwhile in this life.
It's not something anyone should enjoy.
If you don't enjoy this sort of thing, perhaps you should rethink this whole Inquisition business. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I suspect, some motives of yours are not quite clear. What are you really doing here?
There must be some reason you haven't left. You can't want to stay.
Why? I have to be fond of you to agree with what you're doing. I do think you blunder about, Inquisitor, thrashing like a caged dragon at everything that displeases you. I still believe Corypheus needs to be stopped, and that I need to be here to help stop him.
And you think you can actually be useful to me?
Oh, you think you would be such an immense help against Corypheus?
If you'd let me, yes. I have every reason to put my life on the line here. Corypheus was a Magister. He represents everything dark and terrible in my country. I have to help. Even if it means I stand on the sidelines watching, I'll do it. I need to know he's defeated. If that's meaningless to you, then tell me to go and I will.
Well, if you're content to stand on the sidelines, you might be useful as, perhaps my jester at some point in the future.
No, I'm not asking you to leave.
Excellent. Then let's not belabor it further.
Alright. One more time.
It occurs to me that you're a mage.
That just occurred to you.
Idiot.
You must have been part of the Circle of Magi in the south. Meaning, you were locked away like a criminal, at least until you rebelled. It's such a bizarre notion to me.
Well, hence the rebellion.
Why do you think we rebelled?
A lack of civilized entertainment, clearly. I've been to your southern taverns. It's more surprising that everyone would take the idea of a mage inquisitor so calmly. Maybe it's not calm. Maybe the Antivan crows are swimming in gold from all the contracts on your life. Good luck with that, by the way. Grand fun being the one in charge.
I'm done with you.
I should go.
You know where I'll be.
Alright. Fiona. I don't even remember who Fiona is. Was she... She's not the mage from Dragon Age 2, is she? I don't know.
Who are you?
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes? I admit, I was worried what being conscripted into the Inquisition would mean, but it's not as bad as I feared. We survived the attack on Haven, and this fortress is secure. It's more than most of us have known for a long time.
Well, just stay in line and do as you're told.
Don't get out of line. That's all I ask.
Fair enough. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
Don't care.
Goodbye!
I'll leave you to it.
No. Just pick up a little XP there. There's someone behind this door worth talking to. Oh, Vivienne. Maybe we have more to do. Yep.
Inquisitor, I wonder if you might help me with a delicate situation. There is an alchemical formula that I must complete, but I have been unable to obtain a critical ingredient. The heart of a snowy wyvern. I had arranged to obtain one, but the chevaliers working with me were killed in the Civil War.
Wow. That is the first time I think I've ever heard a professional product pronounce it wyvern. That's how I thought it was pronounced growing up, just reading the word in books and never hearing it. But then at some point I was told it's pronounced wyvern. So I'm wondering, okay, is that a British pronunciation for it? That's very interesting. Very interesting. Anyway.
And what is this formula? What does it do? And how can it serve me?
I didn't know you were an alchemist, Vivienne. What exactly is this project you're working on?
It is a special request from a member of the Council of Heralds. I am still the Imperial Court Enchanter, after all. The matter is private. That is all there is to say.
And you won't tell me? Your Inquisitor, your leader?
You want me to risk my life to get this thing for you, but won't tell me what it's for.
My dear, it is hardly proper for me to blab the secrets of those who put trust in my discretion. I would not have attained my position at court if I didn't know when to be silent.
And why do you want my help?
I'm not a hunter. Why do you think I can help?
This beast is not hunted for sport, as other wyverns sometimes are. It is far more deadly. In the past, chevaliers have been dispatched to either kill the creatures or drive them away from villages. Since my chevaliers have fallen to political conflict, I find myself in need of someone with a martial aptitude.
Well, I certainly have that. Tell me about this creature.
If I'm going to hunt down a snowy wyvern, I need you to tell me everything you know about it.
They're quite rare and exceedingly dangerous. Their venom is the most potent of any wyvern. Ordinary hunters would not make the attempt. The risk is too great. You, my dear, would certainly be an equal to this monster.
More than equal, I should think.
Alright, so the part of my headcanon for Elderast is that he has an awareness that sometimes doing tasks, taking on missions, taking on quests, even if there doesn't seem to be an obvious reward in it for him, he will relish the opportunity to exercise his skills, exercise a show of his power, and also knowing at the same time that it helps him to increase his power. So it's almost like on a subconscious level, he's aware that he's gaining XP and can then use that to gain more power. So, even though it might seem, against who Elderast appears to be, it's actually, in line and ultimately allows, because he's aware that he's going to gain power from doing this. So, yeah, he'll agree to it.
I will take on this task as none other could.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, my dear. I would be most grateful. I shall give the location of its lair to Cullen. Remember, my dear, I must have its heart, or the potion will not work. I eagerly await your success.
Okay. Anything more we need to talk about?
You were very skilled in arranging matters at the Winter Palace, my dear. We will hope Briala can keep what's been given to her.
Goodbye!
Alright, someone downstairs here? Oh, I think that's Varric. Okay, I've already talked to him. So, was it Morrigan that was over here? Who was over here? Somebody, I feel like. Can I even get down there from here? Oh, hey, look at that. Maybe I can. Yay!
Fertile ground, even here. This hold has everything.
Ah, yes. Ah. My offspring, I assume. Let's have a chat, Morrigan.
And now she's dressed a little bit more like I'm used to seeing her. Maybe she was just doing like the court politics thing. Still, the whole vibe of like her working for anybody but herself is weird. So I'm hoping, I can't remember what this conversation holds, so I'm hoping it'll go somewhere that'll feel a little bit more like her character and her very kind of selfish agenda from Dragon Age. I'd love for that to kind of carry over here.
You're the Inquisitor. Mother never told me the Inquisitor was a mage.
Fascinating. You can sense that, can you, boy?
If you can sense magic, don't ever become a Templar.
I can't. The lyrium gives me terrible nightmares.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on his hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man. My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
Fascinating. Tell me more about him.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad, perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
And what of his father?
Will his father be joining us as well?
'Twould be most unlikely. I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our presence.
He's a bit different.
There's something rather unusual about him.
There is. He is a special lad. It falls to me to protect him from anything and anyone that mean him ill. Most of all, he must be protected from myself. No one could harm him more than I. To think, until recently, this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
See, that whole hint, like that she could be of harm to her son. Yeah, man. It'd be really cool. Like I said, I'm just a few hours into Veilguard. Morrigan is in the game, but no sign of her son at the point I've reached. I kind of doubt there will be. I'd love for there to be further payoff and like, what is her son ultimately going to be in the world of Dragon Age. You know, that would be really cool, but anyway. Don't think I'm going to get that.
So you know about this place?
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tara Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
Well, it's defensible at least.
It's more defensible than Haven. After what happened there.
You chose better than perhaps even you know. The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
Excellent. It is as I wish it.
Just don't hold anything back. We need every advantage.
Some might think Corypheus a madman for seeking godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. 'Tis that he actually may.
Right. Anything more for us to talk about?
Wandering the gardens, I see.
What are you working on, Morrigan?
What work have you been doing to help us?
Currently, my efforts are focused on determining what Corypheus is, and from where his power comes. The elven orb he carries is what draws my attention. I wonder if the power he used to tear open the Fade, in fact, came from the orb. Perhaps it is even the source of your anchor. If I learn of its origin, I may also learn what Corypheus now intends, as well as his weaknesses.
Okay, I know the answer to this one, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Would you fight alongside me?
I could use your company for my excursions outside Skyhold.
I have spent my share of time wandering the wilderness in the company of others, Inquisitor. Thank you for the invitation, but for now I will restrict my efforts to researching the arcane.
What about Corypheus's dragon?
Do you know anything about his dragon?
It has the appearance of an archdemon. Of that, I am certain. A true archdemon, however, is supposedly the corrupted form of an old god. Has Corypheus actually dug up one of the ancient prisons? If so, why has a new blight not begun? His dragon is something else, something connected to his blighted nature as well as his magic. Beyond that, I cannot say.
And could Corypheus become a god?
Is it even possible that Corypheus could succeed?
The Black City exists. Wherever one goes in the Fade, it is visible in the sky. The last time Corypheus and his cohort stormed its doors, they unleashed the Blight upon the world. This time, perhaps he might indeed gain untold power, becoming something unto a god. It is also possible he could unleash something far worse than the Blights. So yes, Corypheus could succeed in his goal. If not, his attempt alone could destroy the world.
He rightly sees me as a rival.
Corypheus says I'm a rival. Does that mean...
Could you become a god? That depends. Are you prepared to use your anchor to enter the Black City?
Yes, if I could.
If the anchor would let me do that, absolutely.
Then Corypheus is correct. You are a rival.
I need more from you, Morrigan. Increase your efforts and effectiveness immediately.
Someone of your skills could do more.
I am doing what I can. In time, we shall see what more I can offer you.
Tell me more about you, Morrigan. You're hiding things I wish to know.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah, yes. Whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kakari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
But why the Orlesian court?
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
Yeah.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus, we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. The moment Celine perished, my time in court was done. I do not miss it overmuch.
And what of the boy? Tell me more of him.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
In every way. At first, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
Fascinating.
Man, dang it. He was once the means to an end. I want to go to that end because that was so interesting. I want to pick up that thread, but they don't want to let me. So, is that what we're supposed to think here? Is that like this is their way of saying we're not going to go down that thread because Morrigan discovered that she actually loved this boy and wanted to become a mother? But yet, then why the reference to her being a potential danger to him? If memory serves, he was being created to protect Morrigan from her mother Flemeth eventually inhabiting Morrigan's body. I think it was something to do with that. Or something that would gain her power or safety, invincibility. I don't know. I can't even remember now. But I mean, if he's not going to serve that function, then I'd like the whole Flemeth plot line to catch up with her. There was just stuff here that that I don't think they really do much with. She's just mostly this NPC that you talk to here in Skyhold, and maybe do some missions for. I can't remember.
Tell me of your time in the Fifth Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kakari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I fought at the hero of Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We were very close. It was difficult to leave him. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
Fascinating. Well, goodbye.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
Yeah, although Elderast in my playthrough of Origins did romance Morrigan, it was more about fascination with her, wanting things from her. There was no actual love. All right, so Josephine. Okay, I don't think I've talked to Josephine yet. Varric I've talked to. Vivienne I've talked to. Cole. I don't know if I've exhausted all my topics with Cole. Can I get down? Can I get to him? Oh, there's not a door there. Okay. I'm kind of at a dead end, it looks like. Oh, that's right. I jumped down here from above. Oh. Little XP here. Thank you.
Complete. Well, now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
Now, where is Cole from here? He's down and to my right, looks like.
Ella len su naval emma hen.
Someone left sliced plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are...
Iron bowl. Oh, is he up above me?
Spiders everywhere.
Up there, okay.
Right in front of me, but I can't quite recall who took them.
Well, let me know if you find them.
Welcome back.
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning?
I don't know who that guy is.
We are assembling quite the influential list of allies.
Welcome back.
We orders as legendary, prestigious as the Grey Waters.
Here we go.
One for the Empress. For Gaspar. Brianna. The Duchess. And Caritas. Right in the dangle bag.
Oh, I think this is Sera.
What's going on in there?
All right, you're clearly annoyed. What can I do?
Don't bother. Got enough pissing me off with all the bodies from Halam Sharal. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a butt for the throne? A skinny elven puppet arse at that. Wonder how long before she forgets her poor elves. Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Earwigs. Brain-devouring earwigs. That would have put a stop to things.
I don't know. You want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That, and Briala being an idiot, the whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
Yes, but she's in charge now and serving me.
You don't think much of her, but Briala came out ahead.
Right, because that was all the plan and not dumb luck. Dumb luck named you. Watch out, yeah. The hole in the sky didn't start their war. Stupid people did that. Still going to be plenty of those after Corypheons is dead.
Alright. Hey, Rugged Warrior, thanks for jumping in the chat. Alright, let's see. Let's exhaust all my potential conversations with Sera.
Hey you, I have an Inquisitor favor to ask. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing for you, right?
Well, tell me what's in it for me.
I can't promise anything. We need every resource for the task at hand.
Everything has to have a purpose, right? Well, don't worry, this will too. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip that some noble stiffs are arguing over Verschel. Land squabble. They're getting little people beat up, so I need you to go to your big table and send some people to walk through town.
Just walk through.
Just walk through. Easy, right?
Well, you still haven't answered my question. What's in it for me?
What does the Inquisition get out of this?
Nobles think everyone is out to get them. So when your helmets march through, both sides will think the other's your ally. Both get scared, both make deals. Worst case, you get a little bump among the people just because they see you active. Can't promise anything, but something will happen. Just like always.
I'll have some people take a look.
All right, Sera. I'll have someone look into it.
It's fun, right? Being important without doing a thing. Well, not much of a thing. Not everything has to be torn skies and ancient arseholes. Every little thing makes a difference somewhere.
Alright. One more time.
Demon armies and wardens, and Varric has exactly who we need. The big talker just knows everything.
Goodbye.
Go on.
Alright, still looking for Cole. He must be up on the next floor. There he is.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
I agree.
And that would have made everything much simpler.
The colors were pretty, though.
What exactly are you, Cole?
I'd like to talk about what happened to you before we met.
Before you, Rhys was my friend. He showed me I was wrong to kill the mages. I thought I was helping them. Then he and Evangeline went to Adamant, and I went with them. I was worried Evangeline would hurt Rhys. We found out dangerous things. It scared Seeker Lambert, and he scared the mages. It started the rebellion. Seeker Lambert told me what I was. Rhys couldn't look at me. I ran until I found more Templars. That's all.
Yes, but I don't still completely understand exactly what you are. What about this Rhys, then? He was your friend?
What can you tell me about Rhys?
He was a mage. He saw me when most couldn't, and he remembered. He helped me, and I watched over him. I worried Evangeline would hurt him. She was a Templar, but she didn't like hurting people. When I left, she stayed. Now she watches over him. They should have been with the rebels. Maybe they ran away together instead. Neither of them like killing.
I suppose I could find them.
If you like, I could use the resources of the Inquisition to locate your friend.
No. If they are alive and safe, they should stay away. The last time he saw me, he didn't want to look at me. He saw a monster. Let him forget.
You killed mages. I should like to know more about how you accomplished that.
What did you mean when you said you killed mages?
Some of the mages at the Spire wanted to die. Too sad, too scared, too much. I didn't know what I was. A ghost, I thought. Fading in the fade. When I came to them, they could see me. I used the knife to set them free. When Rhys found out, he made me stop, made me understand. There were other ways to help. I didn't know.
Fascinating. I suppose you set them free.
You wanted to free them from pain and fear. You shouldn't be ashamed of that.
I am. I didn't know. I could have helped more if I'd known. If I hadn't been so... me. It was wrong. I was wrong. If I start again, you or Cassandra or Cullen need to kill me.
Very well, I'm sure I can manage that.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Alright, anything more from Cole?
Roderick was sorry before he died.
Sorry for what?
Did he tell you why he was sorry?
Blood everywhere. Monsters, madness, dying. We're all dying. The Herald stands against it, and heads turn. Desperate and simple. Pure. Voices in the chantry. Years since I'd sung the song and felt it flowing through me. But this is real. This is real. So long since I'd felt it. Falling, flying, faith. And I fought him. Maker, forgive me. I hope I did enough.
Yeah, I also don't like that Cole speaks in these almost kind of like poetic vagaries that I'm just like, just say what you're talking about.
She's still behind the curtains in the reading room, watching the blood pool on the floor.
All right, goodbye.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
Okay.
Just what I...
Are we close to the end? Have we reached the end? I'm ready for some main questy kind of stuff. Let's see here. Check the map. Sera, Iron Bull, Cassandra. Cullen. Oh, Leliana. Dorian I've talked to. Varric. Okay, so it's Josephine and Leliana that I gotta talk to. And it looks like they're both in that building up. They're all three in that building across the way.
Welcome back.
Let's start with Josephine, I think. She's a little bit more out of the way here.
Any stories?
Oh, plenty. No one.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
Well, they should be shaken in my presence.
The nobility needed a shock. Corypheus played them all for fools.
I agree completely. I must confess, when Celine was killed, my first reaction wasn't sorrow. It was disappointment. How could the Empress of Orlais be taken in by the Duchess's plot?
She was reckless.
Celine sacrificed her safety to her politics.
The blade at her back certainly proved sharper than the knives at her throat. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Oh, what does that weird picture mean? I'm really curious. Is that like... I've never seen that symbol before in a dialogue option. That almost makes me think, like, is this some unique quest I can get following this track? I don't know. Well, I feel like I could either go with I felt out of place or the ball was a viper's nest. Let's go with this.
That ball was a viper's nest!
Insular cliques, snide half-truths, everyone sizing up everyone else. It reminded me of home.
I completely understand the feeling, Inquisitor. Let's hope the next ball either of our families holds is quieter than this one, shall we?
Oh, I'll bet that icon had something to do with, like, the unique background I chose for my character. Oh well. Okay, anything more, Josephine?
Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
The anchor is magic. It's not holy.
The anchor's nothing more special than a misfired spell.
At least you had the good fortune to take it from Corypheus. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
I'll be fine.
It looks strange, but it hasn't done me harm.
If it did come from Corypheus, that's a small mercy.
Christian RPG Gamer says Cole is interesting as a character. Yeah, I mean, more if I can kind of sort through what's going on with him. He's definitely unique. He's got a unique flavor to him. And then choosing the most negative and direct answer yields interesting outcomes. It does. Even when I played this last time, I was playing as a very early version of Elderast that I hadn't quite figured out all of his personality in my mind, and so I wasn't going as hard into, like, the really abrasive dialogue choices as I am this time. And so, yeah, just seeing... it's probably, dialogue that a lot of players don't see, that most players don't see. I get the impression that most players tend to choose some kind of, like, middle to heroic road character. Because it's uncomfortable. On 2 levels. One, just like on a roleplay level, you might feel like, oh, I don't like this, feels kind of icky to, like, make this kind of, like, evil choice in a game. But then also you think, well, is this going to backfire on me? I want to do well in the game. I want to get along with people and have their quest lines continue or whatever. So on a practical level, I think often I feel a little bit of hesitancy about making the hard, abrasive choices, but it definitely, in a game like this, and certainly Origins as well, you get to see some different flavors, some different dialogue paths. All right. I think the remaining two are over this way that I wanted to talk to. Oh, are they on a higher floor? Lower floor? Did I go up here earlier? I feel like this is where I ran into Dorian, right? Oh yeah, there's Dorian, and what's... Who's over here that I was still gonna... Let's see, it was not Dorian, it was not Solas, it was Leliana. So I'm looking for Leliana right now. Turn in research. I mean, I guess I could... No, I'll do that later. Oh, here's some stairs, so maybe she's up these stairs. There we go.
I'm sorry.
Selma.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
I blame Corypheus.
We all saw who attacked us. We know exactly who to blame.
I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first of my lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time. I was afraid to lose my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
Well, learn from it then.
You will be prepared next time.
I won't let this happen again. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Of course they do. They're soldiers.
True. There are soldiers. They'll do what we need them to.
If Corypheus is cold, I must be colder. War demands sacrifices of us all.
Speaking of sacrifices...
So it's true. Some look to Cassandra or even me as Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture...
You're a last resort.
They must be desperate.
It's much less flattering when you put it that way. If only being divine were as simple as looking good in a large hat. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Well, I will help if I can.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing.
Yes.
The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril?
Me!
A divine with enough support
I mean
can
you.
change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Okay.
I hear the mages will now answer to the Inquisition. And when you no longer need them, will they be locked up and forgotten again? Most would treat their dogs with more kindness.
I see that you don't approve.
You don't support my decision.
The circles don't work. We've seen it. I wanted the Inquisition to find a better way.
I watched you die for me. When did that happen? I'm trying to remember what that refers to. I'll go the senile route then.
Didn't you die for me?
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
Well, it worked.
Well, it worked. That's all that matters to me.
If only everything were that simple.
Alright, I want to see if I can coax her into taking up the mantle of Justinia.
So, you must miss Justinia.
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in the Haven. I am much better now. Justinia was such a dear friend, and there were so many things going wrong.
Does anything ever go right?
Things going wrong? I'm shocked.
I was there when the hero Ferelden defeated the Archdemon. We won the day, and I thought the Maker smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
Well, you still get things done, that's all I care about.
As long as you do your work, I don't care how emotional you get.
A practical view of things. Now, enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
Any updates for me?
Anything I should know?
There is upheaval in Olay. Our support of Ambassador Briella has scandalized the nobility. I'm quite pleased, personally. If Olay's in turmoil, they will look to us for stability.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Alright, probably done with her, but we'll check one more time. Where's she going? Alright.
Did you need something?
No!
I'll leave you to your work.
Alright, finally! Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's just a dead end? Brutal. Why did they even put that there? There's something over here? Nope. Alright. Okay, let's see here. I think that can wait. War room. Okay, that's where we need to go next, is the war room. So, let's go here. Well, I suppose I'll take a little bit of time to judge someone.
Impressive, is it not? Fit for a leader, meant to show influence and the burden of it. It is where the Inquisition will sit in judgment. Where you will sit in judgment.
Yes, excellent. Now, who will I judge?
Who will I be judging exactly?
Those who have done wrong. You will know of them, at the very least. All this presumes they have survived their initial encounter with you, of course.
Yes, and we'll execute people here, yes?
Will we be taking heads right here in the hall?
Goodness, no! If such an option is available, it will be done elsewhere. And it may not be necessary.
The Inquisition's sovereignty is derived from the allies who validate it. You are both empowered and bound. Justice has many tools. If their application is clever, execution may even seem merciful by comparison.
Very well. Let's begin.
Is there anyone I should judge?
Take the throne when you're ready. We will bring him before you.
Yes.
For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.